Hey all. Well, I like my new camera. It looks really good. It has really a lot of clarity to it, right? I mean, yeah, it's pretty good. So we're going to do a meditation, okay, and a clearing. I'm finally getting my place organized. Wait till I show you how it looks. I even have these like little bags to put all my media in. And then these little bags with all the media, because there's a lot of components, I put them in a bigger bag. And then I can find them all. So I try to get organized here. I found this part, which is a holder. And then I have a special shelf to put them on. So let me see if I can show you the shelf over here now. Oh, that's still being organized. It's better than it was, right? Look, you can see all the way in the back. Can't see the trees that well, though. It's like a lot of sunlight in there. But yeah, I got my little shelf. So got my shelves for all my games on the top for the kids when they come over, and got all crystal books together, astrology books together. Making progress. Got all my tarot cards on a little shelf. I'll have to do a tarot reading sometime. I want to get one of those spirit boxes, you know. I want to get one of those spirit boxes. So let's get started. I'm going to put the camera back. Go get some water, run to the bathroom, whatever you need to do. And I'm going to come around and sit down. I'm going to light a little candle here too. We're getting into an intense time right now, but I always call it the fairy tale time, the magic time, the time of magic. Especially from they say like around, I mean, you can't just pinpoint it to one day. You have to feel the energy when it occurs, the time of day, in the 24 hours. So between September 7th and September 21st, right? That's supposed to be like a real special time. And that's where the energy is the highest. So I think if you're going to start something new, this is a cleansing time too. So, let out what you don't need, recycle. I've taken some stuff to Goodwill. We need to simplify our lives, right? Everything's just becoming too overwhelming with all the emails and all the junk mail, right? And then people trying to steal your stuff online. It's crazy. We're in a really kind of challenging time right now. So we really need to pray and meditate a lot and stay in our center. And so we're going to talk about meditation before we start. All right, so we're going to start in about 2 minutes here. Yeah, the only thing is that camera doesn't stick on very well. So when you sit down to meditate, okay, you want to be where it's noise free so you can really go deep, right? So when you sit down to meditate, you want to make sure your surroundings, nobody's going to be calling you on the phone or bothering you, right? I like this camera. This is a pretty camera. I mean, it's so clear. Wow. All right. So I don't know. So some of you are probably experiencing when you sit down to meditate, you sit down, you focus on your breath, right? On your center. And then you see if you can come to that light within your center, in your forehead. So as you focus there, focusing on your breath, right? Then you want to see what your thoughts are like. I think of that kid's book. It's called Hats for Sale. I don't know if any of you guys read Hats for Sale to your kids. It's very cute. It's about he's a little cobbler, right? He's selling these little hats, I guess, like kind of a cobbler type of person, and he's selling these hats, and he falls asleep under a tree. I know there's a purpose to why I'm telling you this story. He falls asleep under this tree, and as he falls asleep under this tree, there's all these monkeys, and they all see his berets because they're all stacked up on top of his head. And but one by one, all the monkeys take the little hats and put them on. So that's kind of like what we have to watch with our minds right now. We have to watch all those monkeys in the tree, right? And so then he said, monkeys, monkeys, I want my hats back. I want my hats back. Because why? You want to come into your center. So all your little hats are being thrown out in the tree, just like the little monkeys, right? There's a hat for, oh my God, for the internet. And then there's a hat for the bills. And there's a hat for this person. And there's a hat for this job. And there's so much stuff in the trees that when you sit down to meditate, you're not in your trunk. You're not in your center. So you want to be in your center. You want to be in the trunk of the tree. You don't want to fall asleep under the tree. You want to stay focused. So I'm in the clear right now. And why am I teaching you? Because this is something I learned myself. This is something I learned and it's something you experience in your meditations. When you sit down and meditate, it's not like you're all in samadhi, like you're all in like bliss. No, you might be focusing on some horrible experience, So when you're focusing on that horrible experience, you want to breathe in when it comes to your attention and then blow it out and let it dissolve and go into peace. So what are we doing? We're trying to make peace in our lives. That's what we're trying to do, right? Make peace in our lives. I just this one workshop with this celebration of life workshop. Wow, 25 years ago. It's a long time ago. That's how I got my power shield made. The man with the cowboy hat, he's probably long gone. The other guy, Native American, amazing healer. He kind of freaked me out. He took my hands and he goes, I'm going to see if you're a real healer. And I went, oh my God, how's he going to decide that, right? And he took my hands and he said, yeah, you're a healer. It was funny. It was like, wow. We did a medicine walk where you walk in a circle, with all the stones, a medicine wheel. And then he did this. He painted this for me. He said, you want black and white or color? And I said, I want color. And up there on the wall is the Power Vision Shield. And each one of those animals, it's kind of cool because each one of those animals interact with your evolution. I don't know if evolution is the right word. Your transformation. I guess it's like an evolution, right? But anyway, let me clear. Down through the bottom of the feet and into the water and into the sand. It'd be nice to go to this beach in Da Nang, Vietnam. You can stay there for $12 a night, and the food is cheap. So you could actually stay down there and rent a room for 2 or 3 months, and it costs you like what, $100? I mean, that would be awesome to be on the beach, eat all that food, that fresh food. Hopefully they don't spray. I don't know. So yeah, we're becoming aware of our world, and what we're finding in this world is we've effed it up. We really did. And so now we're going to come into our balance. We have to take it back. And we also have to squash the evil. Wow, we're really clearing today. So just imagine your shield around your body of light, right? We're all these layers of light. Just imagine that you're combing through these feathers. And I think that why the chief of the Native Americans wore all those feathers, they could see the light, right? High vibration. They always had the highest light as a chief, hopefully. So we're just clearing out those feathers, fluffing them up. Let's take a breath in and breathe out. Now you want to come into your sitting position. I have to change mine. I'm sitting too much on my bad hip. I still have some discomfort in there. So I still have to work on healing it. All right. All right, so sit upright. You could tap your third eye. Okay, and then I like to sit with my fingers together like this. You can hold a crystal too if you like to hold a crystal. And then, like I said, as you go into meditation, as you come into your center, you're going to feel yourself move around a little bit. And that's okay. And it's okay if you don't feel yourself move around, because it's called a spiral. So I always go into meditation, I spiral. So usually you spiral clockwise, but you're spiraling in the direction that your body needs to heal. So while you're spiraling, just watch your thoughts, right? See if you're getting distracted. See if you're making a shopping list. See if you're doing, a list upon list upon list, right? People get caught up, right? I mean, I think it's good to take notes, like, and have a purpose, right? I think we have to have a purpose. So when we become clear, we have our purpose, right? So the time we're going to become the clearest is, like I said, during September 7th, right, to September 21st. So keep those dates in mind. You can consult other astrologers, okay, online. There's so many amazing people online. I mean, if the internet went down, and it has gone down for me lately, I would miss listening to some of these people. There are so many good speakers. That's why people are doing the internet more than they're doing television now. Television is kind of like dying. The only time I watch television is just for a good mystery or a Hallmark. So, I mean, but yeah, so let's like come back into our center now. And I'm going to Reiki you guys out. Remember to stay in your heart, not in your mind. Yeah, the mind is a tricky thing. It really pulls us out of our center. All your gurus all talked about that. All the gurus I ever studied with, the mind, right? So think of that little book. Maybe you should buy it and read it. Hats for sale. Okay, so we're going to just sit in meditation. If you want to leave now, you can leave now. But I think it's beneficial to sit in a meditation, but you can always do it later. You don't. It doesn't have to be live. Okay, you'll get benefit from it whenever you sit in it. And I have to figure out how to save my my YouTube meditations in my gardening and everything, because I don't know. They said they're what are they doing? They're getting rid of them unless you put them in some kind of files. So I have to learn how to do that. All right, so we're going to sit in meditation right now. So I'm going to close my eyes, and you might see me move like in different ways, and you might feel your body move in different ways. And like that's totally normal. It's not paranormal anymore. Okay, so right now we're moving our lowest chakra. So you might feel like you're doing the rumba seat where your butt is moving around on a chair. Okay, so that's like part of the meditation. It's almost like the accelerator. You're getting your kundalini to shoot up. So yeah, just stay focused on that for a while. And now we're spiraling up into our torso. All your sacred centers are being activated. Going up into your, I call it the angel wings. Some of these people that are on YouTube, I mean, I love it. I laugh about it because it's so cute. They have these special chairs, right? So when they sit in these special chairs, they look like they have angel wings behind them. They're so cool. All right, so just rumble around. Your whole body should be moving at this point if you're letting go of negative energy. All right. So when you come into your meditation, you might feel your tongue slowly touch the top of your mouth, your palate inside your mouth, right? And that's okay. There's supposed to be like an inner nectar that drips down. Now I've never experienced that, but not to say that you won't, you know. I mean, I think we experience different things at different points in our meditations. So I hope that clarified something today that we need to stay in our centers and watch our minds. So as you breathe in and out of your third eye, right? You want to focus on this beautiful it's a pentagon. What can I say? That's what they say it is. It's a pentagon of light. We're not talking about some kind of dark and evil pentagon, right? Although it's funny that the Pentagon in Washington D.C. is shaped like a five-pointed star. I don't know if you ever thought of that before. I know I think of these strange things, but the connections are different, right? The connections are different. It's shaped like a pentagon, like a five-pointed star. But they say when you go into deep light, like I had to sit up and meditate yesterday. I should have sat up and meditated more. I think something really challenging in our world is going to take place because you got Uranus and Pluto dancing together. And Uranus and Pluto, when they dance together as planets, there's fireworks, baby. There's fireworks in our mind, in our consciousness too, on a spiritual level. So there's fireworks like on a physical level. Our Earth, like I said, that I predicted that back in April. If you can go back to that, I don't know if it's still on YouTube anymore. But I talked about how our Earth is cracking like an egg. Because I remember I did it right around Easter when everybody was coloring their eggs. And also massaging your eyes and like putting pressure on these points. Just go across your eyebrows and press in and see if you feel any discomfort. So, and you can go back to if you feel any discomfort, this is your taiyang. You can massage your taiyang because a lot of people get headaches here. So, as you massage your taiyang, you're going to help to open up the channels in your head. And that's what we're doing right now. We're opening up the channels in our body. So, this is your time to find your purpose. And really, I probably am going to try to do maybe I should really that should be my goal is between September 7th to September 21st. I should try to do a meditation every day because it's such an intense time and we can manifest so much during that time. All right, my loves, I'm going to go. And I love this new camera, right? This new camera. And what's cool about it is that, you can move it around, right? See? I kind of wanted to pull an angel card for today too, or some type of card. But we'll do that next time. So yeah, so call on your angels and see what messages you get from them, right? Because we all have guardian angels. What I did, I went online and I haven't received it yet. They're back ordered. I ordered this oil. It's supposed to be blessed by the Archangel Raphael. So the Archangel Raphael is supposed to be like super good for healing, like the top notch. But I don't know. They say Padre Pio's good for healing. Saint Teresa's good for healing. I mean, all these people are good for healing. So, and then my friend and I had the discussion about how she identifies the rosary with Catholicism. And I said, the rosary was never meant to be just for Catholics. Like, even though you say this one part, I believe in the Catholic Church, you don't have to believe in everything about the Catholic Church. The only part I believe in, strongly believe in, are the saints, the communion of saints. So, and since they're identified with the Catholic Church, that's the part I believe in. But there's so many pedophilia is everywhere. It's in the Catholic Church, it's in the Muslim religion, it's in the Jewish religion. I mean, there's darkness everywhere. So that's why we need to meditate and to cleanse that darkness. If that's you feel like you're called to that purpose, then you're following me. Because I was told long time ago after my mom died, I walked into a spiritualistic church. And I think I said this in one of my postings. And they all turned around and looked at me. And we were late. There's a service that they do where they contact spirits from the other side, right? And my mom already came to me after she passed. I need to write that in my book. I need to write in my book today. She contacted me. She came in with music. I mean, my room, I don't know. I was going through this crazy phase where I painted my room black. Actually, she had somebody painted black. And then I had red rugs and white furniture. It was like kind of like being in France, right? I don't know. But anyway, she came to me with music. I said, Mom, when are you going to come and visit me? Because I could contact the spirit world. And one day I will figure out how to do spirit readings for people. I just don't know how to do all that yet. I'm still a babe when it comes to all this YouTube stuff. Okay, now it freaks me out that they're going to delete my videos and I don't know how to download them and save them. And it's an MP3R file. I don't know how to do that. So I have to find somebody who knows how to do that. But anyways, we need to stay in our centers right now because the monkeys are jumping around in the trees and there's so much work to be done and there's so much sadness and there's so many people going berserk. And I'm not going to get into all the cases because you see them online. But be careful because remember the three little monkeys? See no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil, right? But sometimes, I'm sorry, you have to look the evil in the eye. If you don't look an evil in the eye, how are you going to know what to meditate and pray for? That's our work. I don't know if that's your work, but that's my work. So that's my purpose, right? And to instruct people in meditation and do meditations, probably till the day that I pass. So, and I don't know, they say, there's this huge energy, like this transformation coming up. But September 7th to September 21st is what we need to pay attention to, not just for our lives, but for everybody's lives. And so when you pray and meditate, say you only stay focused for two minutes, that's okay. And then all of a sudden you thought about what you're going to cook for dinner, right? It's okay. I do that too, but you'll get stronger in staying in your center the more you practice, right? It's like riding that bicycle. Remember when you first rode your first bicycle or your skateboard? So whatever you did physically, right? It's practice, right? It's practice. I kind of do want to pull a card for us. So I am tempted to pull, and I have them all organized. Won't you be so proud of me, guys? Look at this. I'm all organized. Well, I'm getting there. This is how I used to look. Don't look like that anymore, baby. God. It'd be nice if we could transform back, right? It's one of the rainbow family gatherings I went to. I think one was in the mountains of Pennsylvania. Yeah, the rainbow family gatherings were magical. Now they do that crazy Burning Man thing. That's insane. People are going to suffer from that because they're breathing in all that dust. They're young kids, they need to be smarter. All right, whatever cards are in this bag, we're going to pull something from this bag. All right, so let's see what we have. Okay, I like this box of cards. It's called The Answer is Simple. My goal for today is to start cleaning out my school paperwork in the basement. I want to save some of it in case I decide to do a channel online for children. It's a nice box, right? I like boxes. It's so sturdy, it's so colorful. It's really pretty. She did a nice design on this. So this is called The Answer is Simple. So this is going to be our message for today. Look what I found. A lucky penny. Oh my God, what's the date on it? Let me see if I can read it. I should put the other light on. I don't know. I have to look at this closer, guys. Sorry. I have no idea. But that's cute, right? A lucky penny came out. All right, so let me shuffle these cards. I love the white bird on here. Okay, you know who this lady is? I should do a rep for her. Sonia Choquette. If you ever have a chance of contacting her, she's like a medium. I mean, she is a medium. She's not like a medium. She's a medium. So, she was good. She read for me. One time she did a reading on one of my sons. I won't tell you which one because it'd be like gossiping. And she says he's going to either grow up and blow up something or he's going to be a guitar player. So the next day I said, Avon, we're going to take the plastic and we're going to go out and buy you a guitar. I think I got a Fender. She was good. She told me a lot of things. She told me I'm a medium too. So she said, you should be doing this work. She kind of scolded me, Well, I will. I'm just not set up. You've seen my place, right? And now it's like transforming, right? It looks lovely, right? So I worked really hard on it. So, all right, so let's focus. So the focus is, let's see what the purpose of today is, okay? That's always a good way to start. Let's see the purpose of today. And just kind of a general reading, right? Because, I mean, if you're watching me or you're going to listen to this, then you have your general purpose. Oh, this is really pretty. All right, I have to show it to you. I'm glad we're doing this. I think this is awesome. You can just feel that flowing into you, right? Do you accept love? All right, I should take a snapshot of that, right, and put it up. I don't know if I can, though, because it belongs to her. All right, so let's see what it says. Accept love. Well, I think we intuitively know what that means, right? Always choose the path of love, not the path of destruction. And a lot of people are unfortunately destructing little tiny children and people and wives and husbands. Sad. All right, so then she gives you these little passages in the book, right? And it says, as a divine child of the universe, your creator fully loves your Holy Spirit. Moreover, your spirit is pleasing to God and to those around you. Your ego doubts this truth. It whispers into your ear that you aren't good enough, smart enough, attractive enough, or accomplished enough to be genuinely loved. This is a lie which you must fight. Your infinite light, see, that's the power statement right there. Your infinite light in the learning curve of the human experience. Your creator knows you only to be beautiful, divine, infinite light, and loves you without condition. Only your ego leads you to believe otherwise. So think about the hats, right? And the little monkeys in the trees. Your ego leads you to believe otherwise. Summon your light and cast it upon the shadow of your fears. There's no need to seek love, for it's present for you now. And that's what I say to people. I fall in love with everybody I meet. I mean, you have a special love too, right? Like in the Greek language, I think they have 3 words for love, not just one kind, right? Like brotherly love, partner love, and spiritual love, right? I forget what the Greek words were. Only your ego leads you to believe otherwise. Summon your light and cast it upon the shadow of your fears. There's no need to seek love, for it's present for you now. There's only a need for you to relax your fears. That's a hard one to do, right? That's why we meditate, relax our fears. then you can see what fear you're dealing with when you're meditating. And then that's the fear you focus on. And once you dissolve that fear, then if there's another one, you deal with that one. Call on St. Michael the Archangel, right? Defend us in battle. Be our protection against the wickedness and snares of the devil. We humbly beseech thee. Creator, it says, there's only a need for you to relax your fears and accept the love that your Creator and life has for you at this moment. Ask yourself, where am I not feeling love? There you go. That's a very good question. Where am I rejecting it? We get pissed at somebody, so what do? We ghost them, right? My son did that to his wife recently, and I called him on it. I said, why are you ghosting your wife and then taking it out on your son? You know, that's not staying in your center, you know. Psychology 101. You're upset with somebody, you're ghosting them, and then you take it on your pet or your child. Ask yourself, where am I not feeling love? Where am I rejecting it? What is my ego saying that would make me feel so inadequate? And that's painful. If somebody feels really inadequate, and a lot of my special needs students feel like that, and then they put them on these drugs sometimes for ADHD that are making their condition worse because they're an energetic child in the first place. They don't even sometimes need to be on any kind of drug like that. They need to change their diet, right? And get out of the heavy metals and all the colors and all that stuff. Our diet is crap. I don't even want to go on that. Let me finish this up, okay? All right. I know you guys have to get on with your day, and I have to get on with my day here. So, but let me just finish. This is so good, right? It says, what is my ego saying that would make me feel so inadequate? So that's a good thing to meditate on. How do we feel inadequate? What shadows are dimming the light of love coming toward me? Oh, yeah, I could tell you a story. Breathe in and accept the light and love your Creator has for you. Let it chase the shadows of self doubt and judgment away. Yeah, I had an experience where I was walking down the hall and this little girl ran up and, we're not supposed to, I guess, hug kids. You know, that's the new kind of thing. Can't hug them because they look at everything so negatively. And I couldn't stop her. She just ran into my arms, right? Like a little, I don't know, second grader, I think. I don't remember who it was, or third grader. So cute, though, right? And, so innocent, right? Everybody wants to smash the innocence of the youth, right? Smash that innocent, put them on violent video games and smash their innocence, right? They should ban all those video games. I'm sorry, I'm speaking like a grandmother, but they're causing kids to be violent. Putting that in their constitution. I mean, whatever happened to movies like Lassie, like about animals and horses, about things that you could love in the world. Bye, guys. Liz, hold on. I'm going to just get out of YouTube right now. I just did a meditation. Let me just, huh? Yeah, I am. I'm ending it right now. Bye, you guys. See you in YouTube land. Because I haven't done a meditation in so long.